We come to this place for magic.
We come
The
to
Last Will
AMC
Podcast.
theaters to laugh, to cry, to care, because we need that. All of us.
That indescribable feeling we get when the lights begin to dim and we go somewhere we've never been before. Not just entertained, but somehow reborn. Together.
Dazzling images on a huge silver screen. Sound that I can feel.
Somehow, heartbreak feels good in a place like this. Our heroes feel like the best parts of us, and stories feel perfect and powerful. Because here, they are.
The Last Will Podcast.
We make movies better.
Podcast. Thank you for listening to the Last Will Podcast. I'm Matt Young. I'm a theater educator and a parent. And ever since I lost my father to cancer, I have been mildly obsessed with death. This is my last will and testament. Franz Kafka once said, "Anyone who keeps the ability to see beauty never grows old." Today, our topic, aging. It's myself, Claire, and Grady, and we take a deep dive into the idea of aging. We got really serious at times. I made a few inappropriate jokes. We had some laughs. We shared our honesty and certainly a ton of vulnerability. So I hope you enjoy the episode.
Older.
So I'm just going to go.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
Wait,
only-
you're getting old? Is that what you're saying?
Older. Yeah.
Older. Yeah.
Claire, you know, I had to tell you, there's just nowhere near here that an IMAX that it's not in the afternoon for only one day.
Whatever. I'll think about this later.
It's only for one day. So if you like to go together, we need to go to Sono 8 and see it.
I just want to see it in IMAX.
But there's only one show time.
I think she's just saying like she doesn't care to see it if
I don't
it's not in IMAX.
I don't accept this.
It wasn't
fact.
originally even
Oh.
made for IMAX. It was just formatted like 2 years.
But you were the one 20 minutes ago who were like, IMAX is great because it makes you feel like you're under the water.
I said it's a
And
trigger
the-
warning if you don't. You will. It feels suffocating almost, and it's very intense to watch.
Yeah, and I.
And you
Wants-
said
Again,
I've had
she
enough
wants
trauma
to be triggered.
that I don't mind it. I can handle that. My sister once told me, "You want to get a tattoo? Do you know what I've been through? I can handle a tattoo."
A tattoo is not emotional pain. Although I think I've gotten most of my tattoos to
Because
deal
of
with my emotional pain.
So yes, however, it's not emotional
Yeah,
pain.
'cause, like-
your tattoos represent emotional pain.
So the year my sister died, passed away, however you want to put it. You know, they say don't say things like
Who's
passed
they?
away to
Who?
experts. To children, they say
Don't shut me, experts.
experts. Yeah, they say don't tell children somebody has passed away because it's too like vague, and you need to kind of ground it in the reality of what it is.
So should we
Like, you
tell
can't
them
say
that
they're
they got run
gone.
over by a car?
Not the details of it, but that they're dead.
I think the
Grandma
details
got
are
run
probably
over by a reindeer.
Exactly.
Be blunt.
No, that's grandma.
That's what I just said.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I thought you said grandpa.
Lady Breeze.
Oh no, here he goes.
Here he goes.
Here you go.
I didn't start it.
Replace me.
Maybe I'll go see Jaws and IMAX like wherever I can at the time that works for me.
Why wouldn't you
Okay.
go with me?
was
I
gonna
do
tell an
wanna go
emotional
with you,
story about
but-
getting tattoos, but
But
no,
you
go
don't
back
want to
Jaws.
go anywhere else outside of
Do you have a Jaws
Connecticut.
tattoo?
No.
Okay, back to you, Claire. No, tell us about your emotional tattoos.
No,
when
it's
your
too late
sister,
now.
when your sister's life was arisen from this
No.
earth
Risen.
into the heavens and
Oh, Jesus.
When
dispersed
she moved
into
on,
the stars.
is moving on too vague?
Yes, of course. It's like that's like the most vague
That's the most
of all the vague.
Sondheimian reference to she's moving on.
What are you supposed to
Oh.
say? What are you supposed to say? Died?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the clarity of death, as opposed to passed on,
Claire and her clarity.
moved on,
Passed on.
passed away.
Okay,
I'm
that-
sorry.
that one-
passed away.
She
is what I meant
passed
to
a
say.
kidney stone. She is dead.
But the kidney stone didn't cause the death.
No, I'm just two
Yeah,
sentences. Examples. She passed a
Life.
burrito.
Wow.
Are
we rolling?
But I
Yo,
wanna-
we've been rolling this
Okay,
whole time.
what's your
People are listening to this.
These
Ugh.
people.
Yeah, not
What
many.
what was your
I
first
was I was
tattoo?
going to say, I got like 9 of my whatever tattoos
All at
within
once?
the year
Oh wow.
after she died because obviously it brought up all of the stuff that I hadn't worked on with my father's death and all that other stuff. And there's something about the deep anguish or ache that lives inside of us, you know, when you're dealing with grief, or at least for me, that the actual grounding of the pain of getting a tattoo was really like important. It made me actually understand why people cut themselves. Which I never had understood that before, but like there is, when the ache inside you is so great and you need something to ground it in actual pain, that's what getting these tattoos was for me.
Well, I think when people when they cut themselves, the impact doesn't it release some type of chemical that makes them feel a certain way? That they're not doing it to commit suicide. They're doing it
to feel something.
To feel something.
Yeah. I mean, and that's what I'm saying.
To feel alive.
But the tattoo doesn't break the surface of the skin.
Yeah, you bleed.
Yeah, it does.
Oh.
You're putting the ink below the surface.
It's a microneedling.
Oh. Interesting. That I didn't have that experience when I got my tattoo. My tattoo lasted probably 45 seconds.
Well, you got yours in prison, so that was...
You would think she would remember it. No, but you also like it's
not
true,
our worst
it's
Wednesday.
True, people. I'm sorry, Claire's been to jail.
I actually have not been to jail, but whatever.
Right.
People
it's
can
a
think
women's
whatever they
facility.
want. When I was going through,
and you only have one, right?
Yeah. When I was going through an emotional time several years ago, I found like my insides were so. There was a lot of pain inside my body, and it was winter, so I felt comfort in going to the beach when it was freezing outside and just sitting out there, because the outside, like the discomfort of being in the cold weather, didn't disturb me because it helped make the insides feel a little bit less screamy.
I agree. Like I'm totally with that idea, which is like the actual physical pain grounds the emotional pain. And so I got it put in my body as art, and you went out there and yours wasn't as permanent, but like I totally get that desire to do that.
And I've never experienced that since then. Like I found it remarkable at the time. I was like, I just want to go to the coldest place ever. And since then I haven't felt the need to do that. Now I just want to be inside and comfortable.
I have all summer probably needed to get a tattoo.
Okay.
For sure.
Well, I keep the places that I think of getting one and what I think of getting, when I talk to my sister about it, she's like, that place is going to hurt the most. Like
where?
The inside of where was the last one I wanted to? Oh, the back of my foot, my Achilles heel, because there's like barely any.
Your weakness? It's going to get you your weakness and your weakness?
What did
your
I want to
Achilles.
get there? I can't even remember.
You want to get?
Don't let anyone touch that area with a no.
I just want a tattoo where I can't see it.
Which you can't see your tattoo right now.
Correct.
You don't like to see it.
You
want it on your behind.
I want to have one, but I don't want to know it's there.
Oh, okay.
I don't want to always look at it and be like, oh, because I don't want to. To me.
What if you have regret?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any time that you're going to put it in a place that is less, available to the winds, is usually is usually a little bit more painful. So, like the inside of the arm,
The winds,
and the inside of my
where the winds can,
the inside of my wrist.
The winds of Castamere.
Matt's new book, Where the Winds Reach.
That's the rains of Castamere.
Oh, the rains of Castamere.
Where the winds and rains reach.
Yeah, so most of your backside is going to hurt. The back of your legs, the back of your arms, your rib cage. But it's certainly the front of your neck would have hurt more than the back of your neck.
Oh, okay.
Just go under your eyelids.
So for whatever.
No, I'll see it there every time I look
under
in the
your
mirror.
lips.
Every time she closes her eyes.
Go under your lips.
Oh, like when you. Oh, yeah.
Then you could be from Wakanda.
Yeah. Cool. And it glows, right?
Yes, it does. But I mean, I think you need
to be black.
Well,
Oh.
maybe. Are
Well,
all
they
Wakandans?
all. It's a.
Yeah, I guess.
I
I
believe
don't
it's
know.
African society, isn't it?
I think you just need vibranium.
I
think you
shouldn't,
need
and I cannot speak
vibranium
on
in it.
that. I'd like to take that back.
You can't speak on the fictional Wakanda?
Is it in
because
Africa?
The Winter Soldier
is.
lived there for a minute. They took him in.
Yes.
I mean, I think you're allowed to visit if you're not of Wakanda.
Wakandian?
Wakandian.
Wakandian?
Wakandian.
There's a new show too. Have you checked it out? Not yet. Okay.
All right. Anyway.
So yeah, that pain. So today we're going to talk about pain as well, because we have decided that we need to cover the topic of aging. And so with all that happens in life, aging is something, time moving forward is something that nobody can get away from, and is totally a universal, I want to say struggle, but for some people I would think there's a lot of grace in it.
No, for some people,
You know?
it's not. That's right.
So Grady, you came up with this topic because of, I would think, the situation that life has
I'm aging.
that you find yourself in.
And my parents my mother with vascular dementia is aging rapidly, daily. It's just like a month goes by in a day. My father is aging rapidly with his health, and it's not fun. It's not graceful. It's heartbreaking, and it's nothing anyone can do. There's nothing anyone can do to change these things. And yeah, it's just on my mind a lot. Every day it seems like they've aged a month. I mean, I don't get to speak to my mother as much if I'm not in front of her. It's really difficult for her to comprehend the phone or be on the phone, let alone dial or use the iPhone. I mean, that's just, yeah. It's a really, takes a lot of patience, a lot of acceptance, and I'm working on that.
Has anything surprised you about how you've reacted to the whole situation? Not about what's happened to them, but like how you've reacted.
Yes, because it brings up so many things that I hoped I could unpack with them, or thought I needed to unpack with them, that I will not have that opportunity ever to do.
Because of your relationship with them, things that you guys hadn't discussed between the...
Sure. Or things that I, as an adult, older now, understanding, that I just want to even just express to them. But my mother can't have those conversations.
Right.
And
it's a hard thing
not
to
really
accept.
interesting. I'm not really interested in to put my father into a place of having to feel regret or feel sadness or feel conflicted or weighed down by his and my mother's presence in my life or non-presence in my life as I grew up. So that closure all has to come from me.
Yeah.
So,
which, like, in a lot of ways, whether you're speaking to them or not, has always been something that you were going to have to close by yourself.
Yeah, this conversation has been open-ended for years and years and years and years and years.
But like to actually tie it up and have closure is more about you than it would ever be about how they reacted to it. It's an interesting way that it unfolds, because now you're not going to get the opportunity to do that with them because you're continuing to be the caretaker for them. It seems like your whole life you've been a caretaker for them, making sure that whatever you were doing didn't put a greater imbalance into whatever they were, however they were dealing with it.
Yeah. Even if it's as simple as I just wanted to express, do you know how I felt when I was in this place at this point in my life? Do you remember that? Why were we here? Why did you make these choices? And why did then I have to make the choices I made as a young kid
do you think you need the answers to those questions, or is it just about you saying saying those questions to them?
More about saying it, but then that means that I don't need the answers from them.
Right. Because I mean, as you say it, I'm like, oh, I wish he could have the answers to all those questions. But like, even if they were not going through what they're going through, even if you had them fully healthy now, you might never get answers that are.
Yeah, it's all an unknown.
Yeah.
I guess
that's very interesting.
I
Matt.
wonder
It is
too,
an unknown.
is it, do you need the answers to the questions? Do you want the answers? Or is it something that you can work on as acceptance on your own journey?
I have no choice but to work on it as acceptance.
Right.
Well, some of these things are so.
Isn't that a weird gift, though? I mean, I'm not trying
Yeah,
to downplay it, but like
it is a weird
the
gift.
clarity of that.
And it informs a lot of my art, and always will.
And I mean, it has to be disappointing, certainly, and it can be even heartbreaking. But there's also like beauty in the clarity of like what you said, which is that you have to.
I'm
You have
very
no
clear.
choice.
Yeah, no, I'm very clear on what the path ahead is. Doesn't mean I won't have moments of.
Absolutely.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I get that. But isn't that like having done my 10,000 hours of grief? Having a certain expertise, that's always going to be the way. Like
That's done his service job.
Like yesterday was my father's birthday, right? I don't even remember how old he would have been. I think he was born in like 43 or something like that. He died when he was 53. I think that this overall sentiment in my body yesterday was, it's never been easier. And why did his birthday this year, as opposed to last year, affect me in a greater way? It's just I get used to it, but there's always going to be these moments,
Questions.
those pangs,
Questions.
those things that I wanted
Questions.
to have answered. Certainly, I would love some real answers for him about the Bush administration and his Republican Party, which I don't think he could have. I don't think he would have been MAGA. There's no way because he always hated Trump.
Oh, well, it's really impossible to know today how people would go.
I know.
People from the Bush and supporters of the Republican Party back then could be, non-Republicans today.
Yeah.
But
anyway.
What you're saying to me, though, reminds me of a poem. Rilke. Are you familiar with Rilke, Maria?
Mm-mm.
Or near
No.
Rilke? Okay. Well, this poem just lives with me constantly, and I'm going to read it. It's very short.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Ready? It's all about questions. And I think this is what we're talking about. Questions. You'll have questions for the rest of your life that you'd love to ask him as you get older.
Yes.
I'll have questions constantly. Anyway, be patient toward all that is unresolved in your heart and try to love the questions themselves, like locked rooms and like books that are now written in a very foreign tongue. Do not seek the answers which cannot be given to you because you'd not be able to live them. And the point is to live everything. Live the questions now. Perhaps you will then gradually, without noticing it, live along some distant day into the answer.
That's beautiful.
Isn't it?
Also, like
I've read that at weddings. I've read that at wakes. I've read that now.
Does it work for an officiant to say that during a wedding ceremony?
I was just
Absolutely,
thinking-
because the point is to live the questions now. We don't have the answers. So instead of looking for the answers constantly, why don't we just focus on living the questions, living them out, and not seeking the answers? Because it just the message even is that even if you had the answers, you wouldn't be able to understand them. You're not that evolved. We're not that ascended. We're not that.
We often cling to that idea too. Like, I just want the answer. I just want to know. Just tell me the truth. Just don't. And
how many times will you never know if the answer passed you by and you couldn't even grasp it, and it went by you and went, I'm here. You're like, oh, I didn't see it.
But sometimes those answers just cause greater pain too. Like it's.
Well, it was like the disappearance of Amy Bradley, where the son is like, her brother was saying, in reality, I'd rather actually just live like this with hope and not know the answer, because the finality of that, where the question is over with, and it's over, and I cannot now think of her anymore and love her and remember her, And now I just know whether it's good or bad. It scares him so much.
Right.
He almost has a Stockholm syndrome
Yeah.
with the question of whether she's alive or not.
That's
and wants to keep hope alive.
Yeah.
So he wants to dismiss the question
it's
in a weird way.
It's a
But it's self-preservation.
for sure.
And
It's a Netflix
documentary
called "What Happened to Amy Bradley."
Yeah.
Just for context of people who
And it's
may wanna check that out.
heartbreaking, but if you want to experience...
Oh, we love heartbreaking stuff.
Yeah, we do.
Claire, did you remember what you were going to say? Because we were going to talk at the same time, and then you...
Well, I just wanted to, remark on, like, when I think about the healing that I've done over the last several years and which is different than the healing that I started to do in my early 20s. That was in my 20s, and when I started therapy, I started to discover that there were things to uncover about who I am. And there was, it was hard to, I wasn't at a place to I don't know how to explain this, but like the truths that I discovered about me based on like my family, and like maybe why I am the way that I am because of XYZ, I developed like resentments because of that.
Okay.
And I'm like, oh, well, I'm like this because my mom's like this or something, or my mom did this, so instead of the answers to those questions made me angry.
Right.
And now when I look at the answers to the questions, I now look at it with respect and acceptance and understanding. But as time goes on, I sometimes realize like there is not one answer to a question. There's also like more, it's more complicated than that, especially when it comes to people and our relationships with others and our relationships with life and ourselves.
Because oftentimes a question leads to more questions.
Exactly. And my sister and I were chatting recently about our family history and the family trauma, and why, like, how did this person die, and why, and there's so many there's quite a bit of like mental health on my on one side of my family, like mental health problems. And when we talked about it, we were like, wow, that's really a lot.
I almost said mental health, like positives, or
no mental health.
I don't know.
Sorry.
My family's full of mental health positives. It's really interesting. My mother's overly happy person. My father constantly singing "Whistle While You Work." It's really,
I feel like those are problems.
My sister wakes up every morning and goes, "Thank you," and so it's really
They're
difficult.
grateful and they're kind. They have real mental illness.
Oh my God. Whenever I think of the word mental health, I automatically think of negatives. Yeah.
Uh-oh. Not again. By the way, did you see your birthday?
I sure did.
That was
did.
an Easter egg.
I know. I love that. I saw that the other day. That made me happy.
Claire, back to you in the studio.
Thank you. The
audacity.
I don't have to talk to my, let's say, some of the mental health negatives lie on my mother's side, the ones that I know about. And so I don't need to talk to my mother about that. I don't, and I don't really want to necessarily ask her like, oh, how did you feel when this happened? Or, don't you think that because this happened to your mother, that this is why you're like this, blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't need my mom to talk to me about that, or even repent or explain, I'm like this because of this. I can understand that that's what happened and be like, oh, that's sad. That's a sad truth in her life. And maybe that's why she is the way that she is. And what I'm going to do is take the best of who I am, understanding that I do not have to be defined by my family's ancestral trauma. And because my life is my own, and I can go out and make my own experiences to like brighten the path.
All I'm hearing is I'm moving to Vegas. Is that right?
Was that the subtext?
I don't think he's taking me seriously.
I am actually. I'm just trying to butter the bread a little
Not
bit.
Not those kind of lights. Like sunlight.
No, I know.
I'm trying to think of.
But I find it interesting that you really are okay with that. You don't have a need ever to ask about any.
I feel like it has to. It seems like it's taking time to get there.
You've gotten to that place.
It has taken time. Also, I I understand more now because of the prevalence of alcoholism in my family.
Right.
I'm like, I know so much more about that, but
So there are a lot of inherited things, but you're not interested in taking them along with you.
But I've also
But
been
you're
like,
saying, I see
yeah.
this, I can unpack that and go, okay, I have a touch of this in me, and I'm going to work on that because I'm not interested in having the same experience or you did because that's your story.
right. And also, I've spent 7 years thinking about this.
Right.
And your thoughts change over time,
Well,
right?
we age, so that's part of it, isn't it?
And doesn't wisdom come with age?
Absolutely.
So
I don't know
it's-
that wisdom people think means smart, but
No.
their wisdom does come with age.
To me, wisdom is
Understanding.
knowledge.
Understanding, sure. Understanding can be, I don't know. That's interesting.
Is there anything, like, I don't mean to jump, but like, is there anything as it's a stupid question, but I
No,
guess
it's not.
the thing that has jumped out is that aging has a very balanced positive and negative feeling within us.
Yes. And
You know?
this is it. How do we age with balance? Because without balance, then we live in the past or we live in the present or we future too much. Then we're not here at all.
Right.
And it's just pain. It's just pain. So to really quickly just to connect with you. So my parents were not really at a certain point, junior high school, I was with my grandmother because I was at another school. So they were gone. So then I kind of lost them, right? So now I've lost them again in a way right now. And then when they pass, I'm going to lose them for a third time. And I haven't gotten to that cycle yet.
Jokes always come in threes.
Oh
I debated whether to say that or not, but like I feel like
So what
it's a
I'm
safe
saying is
place.
I'm moving to Vegas.
Oh my
Just
God.
see-
We're all
just
moving
see
to
Taylor's
Vegas.
face.
You know, there's a great
Oh,
there's a
jeez.
great great
No, here.
it's great chat.
Yeah, great. No, I wonder to get back on track because I
Do you?
derailed it so
And
like
you
an
wonder.
asshole. Do you think you're experiencing similar, for lack of a better term, traumas
I'm going back through all the things that I went through as a kid.
teenager?
Yes.
Yeah,
And it's not fun.
No, I would imagine.
And I already dealt with it with therapy,
Right.
with psychoanalysts and what I've dealt with it.
Does that give you, though, having dealt with it, no insight into how to handle it this time?
No, it's like a scar that's been absolutely completely reopened.
Do you think
and
if
I
you-
have to work on it again.
Do you think if you didn't have that experience as a teenager, that this experience dealing with them now would be very, very different?
Yes, absolutely.
Well, it's almost like this. Maybe the scar, the wound didn't heal. It didn't heal completely the first
it
time.
can't. It can't.
It can, but
Well, I mean, that's what a scar is. Scar is a
Scar
not a
tissue
reminder,
is
but
it is.
It's,
It is.
it's
Yeah.
a reminder of the
protecting the cut
wound.
that is still under it. The scar
Yeah.
tissue that builds up protects the cut that is still under it.
Well, maybe it was stitched back together
poorly.
poorly.
Someone with shaky hands like me just did the
I mean, maybe
therapy back then.
I don't-
What was that? The 70s? Therapy when you were a teenager.
You guys are funny because you're like similar in age. Are you actually? I have no idea. I was gonna say.
Is that a fuck ambulance?
it's my hyena. It's my hyena. It's my
I was
hyena.
gonna say you can make those jokes because you.
It's my
lived-
hyena.
Lived in the 70s.
Yes. I had 6 years. I had 6 years in the 70s.
Yeah, you
no, according to
6
Grady,
really
I'm
good
much
years.
older than he is.
Okay.
Listen, there was a great.
But I'm not.
You are. There was a great poet who passed away in 2022 named Shishi, Hong Kong, Chinese poet, and she spent a lot of her time in writing, discussing aging and the beauty in it, and the grief in it, and the pain in it, but most of the beauty in it, and talked about aging being a shift in focus, and you're pushing away from the intellectual focus, and then you start to really focus on the awareness of your body and your mental health instead of just the outside. I need stuff. I need things. You start to focus on the internal. And what I think is really cool that we talk about balance with aging, and she expresses, and her works are, a lot of them are out of print. She was a recluse. They're very hard to find. but I have a book here called A Girl Like Me and Other Stories by She spelled Xixi. If anyone's interested.
Sounds like the name of the cat food that
But
I...
it's not a cat food. She was an incredible poet. She passed away. She's dead.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, so...
But her work lives on.
Her work lives on. It's beautiful. And but she talks
now
about...
we know what we're going to name our kitty cat food, though.
Whether it's wisdom or experience, when you mix experience and the innocence that you had as a child and braid them together, you get balance. And I find a lot of truth in that, because I look often back at being a kid and trying to find really happy moments where I did have innocence and how that felt, and then melding that and braiding it with the experience I have now, and then putting that on the scales and let it just sit and balance out. And then, she also talks about, why we remember some things and not others, because she feels that memories are related to things that are happening in our day-to-day life. And it's when we connect them that we can draw on and maintain a connection while still discussing the past. Because she felt like you can't really discuss the past in a healthy, moving on way if you're not aware that your memories day to day are being informed by something from your past. The memories that we're able to remember clearly.
Where was this when we were talking about subconscious?
I was going to say, this reminds me of our subconscious discussion last week.
Well, you know what? I've had it now. I'm so sorry that I didn't have a book ready. Now I have some notes because
since our Jedi
because
episode. Don't you think you should always had a book?
I ruined that. That was me.
We did a Jedi
you guys
episode.
Had a
people.
Jedi episode?
Yeah,
it never aired. It never aired.
The only unaired.
It never
episode.
aired. And if you want to send us some money, off
it'll
bug
be on our
spray
Patreon.
or whatever. Any kind of company. But we just sat and watched Road Rules. So I made
it wasn't Road Rules.
Whatever the challenge.
Thank you.
From 2006 with The
horrible.
Miz. So I made
God.
some notes.
He wasn't in that one. I'm just saying. I'm just saying the misogyny and the way that men behave was very questionable. That's all I'm saying.
Well, that's how you remember it.
It's much better.
Now
This
you've
is going
aged.
great.
It is going. It is going great.
It is. I think Grady's bringing up some great points. And I forgot what I was going to say, which is, lame if you're on a podcast.
The way that we're dealing with everything in the moment is attached to whatever our experiences was in the past, right?
Yeah. It's that the memories we have that were, while we remember some things and not others clearly, the memories that we have that we remember clearly are being informed by something in our day-to-day life now.
Yeah.
A past memory that we remember clearly, it's happening in our day-to-day life. There's something relatable, and they're coming together.
Okay,
and so that memory is being pulled out, and we're remembering it clear, and we're able to pull it out and see it.
If we were to put aging and all of the stuff that you're talking about into like a scientific lab, I'm just envisioning test tubes and cryo chambers of extracting this and that.
Well,
and the
this
other.
is how they got nerd clusters.
Pensive. Oh, is it?
Yes.
Is that why they're so delicious?
The experience of memory, yes, because they've put so many memories in one, and boom, taste, flavor, bam, immaculate consumption.
Clusters.
Immaculate
if they're not our sponsor,
that's what I'm trying to say.
Right.
That's what I'm trying to say. Give us a little
well,
money, nerds.
Well,
Come on, nerds.
Food.
It doesn't sound good.
Come on, nerds.
Come on, nerds.
You know what they say in Ratatouille? I'll never forget that.
Yes, great movie. And there's a moment about aging with that too, because as he looks back at the critic, he's become jaded through his age, but through his memory of a child,
Ego.
he eats that bite. And that memory is it's happening in his day-to-day life of what am I doing, writing about these restaurants, shutting them down when food is just an offering of
because
love.
Food and smell. Okay, so
smell is the number one.
Well, so when you eat something
that
that goes into your olfactory senses of taste and smell and all that, and that triggers memories.
The olfactory.
Smell number one.
Like the Allfather.
I was gonna bring something up.
The factory, the father, and the further ghost.
Do you find that when you this is a therapy thing, but when it comes to aging and reconnecting and trying to create a balance of your where were you going earlier when you were talking about balance of age and wisdom and mental health?
I was just saying that she talks about your voice of experience and innocence being braided together to create balance.
Right. So
with viewing your memories.
And how much of that do you think is requires you to access like your younger self, your inner child, and healing healing your child, healing your past self?
I don't know that it necessarily requires you to remember those things, especially if they were violent or traumatic. But I do feel that remembering the feeling of innocence, remembering the feeling of being a child, and the simplicity of that married with the experience. I love the word braided together.
Because it's not about reliving the trauma. It's more like reparenting. So I just read this phrase in a book that I'm reading. It's reparenting you as a child.
Yeah.
You know, going back and with the wisdom that you have today based on the process of aging.
Sounds like a word we've heard, but it's a very new thing in therapy to teach reparenting and talk about reparenting.
Like go back and care for the child, your past, your inner child, let's say.
And I hear that's valid. For me, the roadblock I have is that I was parenting myself in the best way I knew how as I was a kid.
Except you can't parent yourself when you're a child.
But I did.
Yes. So now, as an adult,
without the skills to do it,
without the skills.
You know?
Well, there was
we all were.
that clearly got me through things.
Yeah.
So I mean, I don't mean to be defensive, but I have to say that
you were trying to use the
came
coping
through
skills.
I came through things I would not wish on anyone.
Right.
But I'm also not interested in talking about them either or putting them out there. I mean, they're not. It's my shit.
But to go back to heal your inner
Different
child is
episode.
to go back.
My shit.
Let's deal
my
with it.
shit. Let's deal with it. Sorry, Claire.
The healing process is about taking the wisdom that you have today based on your experience and going, if you can, to go back and to repair that. Because
I can't do that.
But you the coping skills that you had at the time to try and heal yourself might not have been the best coping skills.
They worked.
They were pretty damn good.
No one said that they didn't work for you.
Well,
and it's what
they
you
kept me
had. But
safe at that time.
obviously, with age, and we talk about growth.
I realized how horrible it was, and I had
that
no
you
business.
would be much better at dealing with those things, parenting those things now than you were then. Even though no one's taking away the fact that you survived.
I want to be clear with that. I understand that because I know now that I look back and go, I had no idea what I was doing, and I shouldn't have been asked to be in that position, but I was. I'm a teenager taking care of my grandmother with severe Alzheimer's and going to high school. It's just the two of us living together. I mean, I don't know. I wouldn't really give a 15, 16-year-old.
Did everybody know that she had Alzheimer's?
Yeah.
So you were like cheap care in a lot of ways. Like,
yes. I lived with her.
So they didn't send you there for you. They sent you there for...
I went there for school. And my grandfather passed, so I then moved in with her permanently.
Whose choice was it for you to go there?
Life. Because otherwise I would have commuted to school. It was a day school, so it was a prep
So
school.
you were in the school?
Yeah, already.
And that's why you went there. It wasn't like your parents pushed you there because they
No,
couldn't
not
deal
at
with
all.
you.
I went there for a better opportunity. I went there because the theater program wanted me there, and I was not doing really...
Thriving.
I wasn't thriving at all academically and never really did.
Right.
And but I would have completely drowned where I was. So my parents got me out of there. And unfortunately, in doing that, they had to kind of let me go, which was looking back. And this is what I wish I could talk to them about. So good. This gives me a jump off point. How did that feel for them to let me go? Because they did it for my own good, and it was for my it was definitely for the better.
Right.
But I don't.
But like a human, you wanted it to be hard for them.
I want to know what
you wanted it to come not at a cost, but you wanted it. We all want it, like breakups and all that bullshit. We want it to be difficult for the other person to have made these choices, and I think you wanted it difficult for your parents to have made the choice to let go because it means that they care about you. No. I mean, otherwise, what are you asking them?
What am I asking? I'm asking
You're
them
asking
why
them
they
how-
felt that they just never even needed to check in, to call, why I didn't even talk to them for 2 or 3 weeks at a time.
So it was after you had gone. It's not even
Oh,
like
yeah, absolutely.
how they handled all of that stuff.
I know why I went. But
but
they were
like-
too involved in the things that were going on in their lives and trying to repair them than worrying about me because they knew I was self-sufficient enough or thought I was.
Well, isn't that the answer to the greater question, though? Why didn't they call for like 3 weeks and stuff?
I mean, just because they thought Grady's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Grady's always fine. He's fine. He'll handle it. He's good.
So right or wrong, though, you have an answer to that question.
But I put that out there to them. But
Did you tell them that you? I was going to say, did you tell them that you were
my
fine?
question is that yeah, of course. But my question is why are you taking a child's word that they're okay, and not checking in, and then it just becomes the norm, and then now you go.
But why
through
wouldn't
college
they?
and
If they're
because I'm a kid, you should. That's,
but isn't it your job? That's the thing.
I
is
shouldn't
that,
have a job as a teenager like
but
that.
isn't it? I think that,
I'm starting to sound angry, and I'm not.
No,
so
but I think
apologize.
that it was one of the things that I used to do that too. Just tell people I was okay, but not really tell them how I was feeling. And the people that I tell how I'm truly feeling are the people like the therapists or like the other people who I feel like I have my best interest in mind.
My parents were two of the only people in my life, other than family members that I might not know about, that knew I was on the spectrum and had ADHD in a really severe way. So knowing that, I just don't know why. I don't know.
I don't know that. Did people really understand what that was, though?
My mother and father did.
Yeah.
My mother did, especially being a specialist with LD and learning disabilities and teaching. Class. Yeah, my mother taught me as a kid too, which is terrible. You should never teach your own child.
I just think that we can only, part of my truth today is letting people know how I'm doing. And
I don't have.
if someone asks me how I'm doing and I say I'm good, then
you're good.
Then I'm good. But if I say I'm not good and then they walk away, like if I were to say to my parents like I'm struggling with something and then they just don't try to, I try not to do this with them anymore, but in the past they were there for me when I said I'm not well.
Right.
And if I said that I was okay, I wouldn't expect them to question that, because if I say I'm okay but I'm really not, then it's my responsibility to take care of myself. Then it's my responsibility that I told them that I was fine.
I set that precedent from a young age, and
Yeah.
but then they were fine with that.
But because how would they know? How would they know? It's our job to teach people how to treat us with integrity.
Yeah,
Yes, but I don't think it's as simple as that.
No.
I think that you have gotten to a place that is preferred for sure. Because I have spent a lot of my life saying I was fine, hoping that people would read my mind and go, well, obviously he's not fine.
And that's not fair to people.
It's not. I'm not saying that it is. But I also know as a parent that I'm sitting here on the outside, and when my kid's like, oh, it's fine, I'm always doing the extra math in my head thinking,
are they really fine?
Yeah. Is this possibly happening? I'm going to ask again.
Yeah.
I'm going to annoy. I'm going to... And I found that there are times where they're not being truthful about how they're doing, and they are struggling.
Because they don't want to... It's a people-pleasing thing. They don't want...
Absolutely.
They don't want to inconvenience you with their feelings.
Yes. For sure. And look, I get it because I did it the wrong way. I definitely was like...
I've done this too.
I'm fine, but read my mind and be the inquiring friend that I am. Had all these expectations, and that is not fair to people in any way, and I get that. But I understand how Grady may be sitting in a place of, I was a kid and you were my parent, and you shouldn't have just taken... I'm fine at face value. First of all, I said it before. I'm fine and sure do not represent an honest answer from people, because people would say I'm either good or I'm bad if they were being honest. Sure is the lazy version of I don't want to do it, but I feel obligated to do it.
They also
and
never
fine
really
is,
asked.
is like I'm just appeasing you.
Yeah.
Even though
I try to use the word fine pretty honestly when people say how I'm doing. How are you? I'm fine. That really truly means I'm not good and I'm not bad.
To me, that means I'm fine.
Oh, I don't. Yeah.
Say it again. What's that word?
I'm fine.
Oh.
How do you spell that?
Yeah.
F-I-N-E.
No, it's not playing for me. Say it again.
What are you doing to me?
F-A-I-N-E?
I'm fine.
I don't know. Because I don't ever believe I'm fine.
You don't?
No.
Oh, well. My parents also never asked. But I never showed signs that I wasn't, because I never just stopped doing theater to then regressed
Right.
and talked to anyone and just hid. I was constantly working. I was constantly doing theater. I was constantly working on a show.
Did you think you were fine?
No.
And you weren't fine?
No.
But you knew you weren't fine and you were saying that you were
Absolutely,
fine.
yes.
Or it didn't have to say he was fine because no one was inquiring.
No, yeah, I didn't have to. Because, again, I didn't also show the signs of you should worry, other than my grades were shit.
Right.
But because I would excel in theater constantly, or in the arts in whatever area.
Look,
I was
my
always
kid,
working.
my
so.
kid just went away for 2 weeks. It was hard to not get answers from him every other day, you know. And so I it's hard for me as a parent to understand.
Even understand like
how
3
they,
weeks. just
3
go,
weeks, yeah, just go.
They just do.
Oh. But you said they were dealing with their own stuff as well, and sometimes
They were,
we get.
and I was in the middle of a lot of it.
Yeah.
But that's, I mean, unfortunately, with their age, that's informed a lot of things that are. There's a lot of loose ends.
Yeah.
You know.
It just occurred to me that we didn't even go through the definition.
I know. I think we kind of...
Aging, getting fucking old, and getting wise.
I do think it's almost as simple as that.
That's what I mean.
You know.
I mean, I don't. Yeah.
So,
But I love them very much, and they are two wonderful humans. And I got.
do you feel obligated with all that you have said to say that part as well?
I must.
Like, because
I don't want anybody
look.
listening to
I've
this
never
to think
I've never
I had-
doubted how you felt about them, but like,
I just don't want anyone listening to this. I guess, yeah, I do, because I don't want anyone listening to this thinking I had deadbeat parents.
right?
That wasn't. It was. That is not the story.
No,
Just
and
because they weren't
yeah.
present.
Or they didn't look. We often entitle. We often imbue. No. We also think of our parents as superheroes a lot of the time and perfect. And they're not. They're human beings. They make mistakes. They don't make all the right choices. Again, going back to being a parent, I know that now better than I ever did before. Like, there's no... Although I thought all of my choices that my parents made were perfect and came from knowledge and were thoughtful, it's just not true, you know? Everybody has flaws.
Yes, they do.
So, you know... I think that's in the end. That's what you're saying. They made mistakes and their
Right.
regrets and stuff.
And I was very aware at the time that they were that there were mistakes made, and this wasn't who they were.
right.
And I knew. I don't know how I knew, but I knew intuitively it wasn't my job to judge them for what they were doing, even though it was hurting my life in a really deep way. Because it's so complicated, and we won't get into that here. It's also
That's
not my
again a different episode. Grady
It's
shit.
just also not my. It's also not my story to share to the world. My parents' story, even though it informs me, I don't feel comfortable with it.
Well, that's fine. You don't have to feel comfortable, but to say that it's not your story to share.
Well, it is my story, but their story isn't. Their mistakes aren't my story. It's not my place to share that. I can share how I feel about things that went on, but I don't.
I'm not saying that you have to, but I disagree because the things that were happening in their story had a direct effect upon.
They do, and I can talk about that, but I don't want to talk about what they did or what happened, because me saying to you, I know they made mistakes and that wasn't them, it wasn't who they were, then that would negate that for me to then go to tell you what those things are. It feels to me that way, like it's a betrayal.
Well, again, I think the one thing that we definitely heard in this is you're still taking care of them. You have your whole life been taking care of them and protecting them. It doesn't mean that I'm saying
I think
that they're
protecting,
bad
yes, maybe taking
people
care
or anything like that.
No, but protecting, yes.
But you're constantly sacrificing yourself to protect them.
Yeah, well. Maybe.
For whatever reason, whatever the story is, I don't really know the story. I feel bad that you can't get the answers, but again, I don't think the answers are important. would encourage you to ask the questions, even if they can't answer them, just to put them out loud and into the world, and maybe that will bring some relief, just in terms of the aging. I know I often ask my my father things, and
Sometimes you say
hasn't
it
answered me.
out loud, but
hasn't fucking answered me in
Well,
25 years.
But
Hasn't
sometimes
said a
just
fucking
saying the
word.
He is
question out loud
answering you, you
takes weight
just
off of you. Speaking it
need-
into existence takes weight off of you. Just saying it
Yeah.
out loud. You
For
know,
sure.
I think that's why I love to cold read a play so much, especially as I've gotten older, because I have more wisdom, and I can intuitively, it just comes out of me, and I know what this character is experiencing, and it's cool to say it out loud. And there are things that I find that I don't have the words for that now I'm connecting with this character, and they're able to say it out loud, and it's real. And, you know, when you're lucky, you come across a great work like that you connect with, and you speak it out loud, and it becomes part of what you've experienced in your reality. And there is a lightness after that I'm not alone.
Yeah. I mean, look, we've preached about that idea of feeling not alone, and we know how powerful art can be in terms of making us feel seen and reflecting society. Can we, though, for a second, as we're rounding third and heading home, that's baseball metaphor.
I got it.
Thank you.
I didn't.
It's okay. It's okay. We dipped into the power of aging and the positivity of aging, and giving ourselves an acknowledgement of experience, creating a certain wisdom. You know, we've spent so much time floating around the negative. What are some of the positives about aging?
The shift in focus. The shift in focus from I need this PlayStation. I need this. I need these baseball cards. I need to have this. The shift from the external to the internal, and understanding that more, and going, my body's precious. I want to eat better. I want to drink better.
When is that going to happen for me?
This isn't about you. We can do the unpack Matt shit on another episode.
I think
And
we've
deal
been
with
unpacking
Matt
Matt
shit.
shit on every episode.
Has that been the underlying theme of all of these?
Of course, that's why we're doing this.
Oh, fuck me.
Oh, you didn't know. I'm sorry.
Grady
No.
mentioned last night
This
when
is
we were
like a big shuffle over here.
when we were chatting.
Don't call me a shuffle.
Hey Siri, put Matt on shuffle.
Okay, last night, Grady, you mentioned your niece, as far as how that is like age, her turning a certain age is exciting, which made me think about how exciting it is when someone's born. That like for the first, I don't know, 25 years, it's really exciting. Aging is exciting. Like we get excited, like birthdays, people go crazy for
there's
birthdays.
there's positive of
When
getting
children
older.
get older, it's like, oh my gosh, they're 10. Oh my gosh, they're 12. Like, oh, they're 8. Like, because you're almost like celebrating the fact that they're still alive. And that, I mean, I'm getting maybe
Well, no,
slightly bit morbid, but,
instinctually,
like,
your
yeah.
your colonial Claire is thinking, you know, thank God this kid
we didn't
Do you
die
need-
of
this
like.
kid turned 8. Thank
Here,
God.
Do you want
Yeah.
the butter churning chair so you can really go colonial on us?
I think that's what how parents feel. Like, I mean, I'm not a parent, but I would imagine that
Claire's
like
got that Aspen feeling.
your your celebration as a parent is like we made it. Like they made it.
Yeah,
Yay. And
and then we give up. Go on your own.
yeah,
Get
and
on
then
your
all of a
tricycle
sudden-
and fly.
because
Fly
it's
to the
exciting.
store.
Like I have
Here's
these
a nickel.
conversations with my clients a lot. Like, oh, my child's about to go to college. Oh my gosh, that's awesome. The parents are sad because they're about to like leave home and all that stuff. But it's a really exciting next step for the the child. And then all of a sudden, like. For me personally, life stopped getting exciting after when college was over. Then all of a sudden I started to become terrified of the fact that like I had to get older and live.
What am I going to do with this English degree?
Exactly.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
Well, that time
newsflash.
was great for
Nothing.
me. It was. That time was great for me. I've never been so independent.
Oh
it was
yeah.
great for me.
I mean, I started to dread it
I
a little
just don't-
bit
yeah.
more after I turned 25.
Yeah, I finished school and went back to school. And,
Yeah, it wasn't until 30 that all that fucking shit just crashed down on me.
and yet I find that like there was a real appreciation for the 30s, although I didn't think that there would be.
Same. I
One
feel
of the
the
worst
same.
panic attacks I've ever had in my life was on my 30th. I mean, I just wanted to get inside a drawer.
Yeah, no, my
And
20s were
it-
shitty.
Interesting.
So what was the cause of the panic attack?
My 30th birthday.
Okay.
What do you tick tick boom?
Yes. Pretty
Okay,
much.
Jonathan
is so
Larson wrote
interesting.
this about you?
Yes.
Okay.
So on
No,
my
he wrote
on
Hamilton
my
about me.
Oh.
he-
He's dead before Hamilton got written.
and Lin-Manuel wrote Hamilton.
E and Tupac and Elvis, they're all
They all got together?
still alive, yeah. They
Actually,
collaborated.
on my 29th
Featuring
birthday
Charlie
is when
XCX.
I was my most sad because I was like, I'm about to turn 30 and I'm not where I want to be. And that's also when I embarked on my sobriety journey.
Right.
And then I spent my last year before 30 working on myself. So by the time I turned 30, I was actually, I felt like clean. I was like, I'm no longer terrified of the fact that I'm turning 30. I'm now just like, my entire perspective on life changed. Now, did I have several panic attacks and emotional breakdowns in the last 7 years? Yes. But I didn't have alcohol in my life. So I didn't have that coping skill, quote unquote.
That you were relearning. But
Yeah.
it's so interesting too that like so many of the things, and I'm really not talking down to them, but so many of those things were societal benchmarks
Yeah,
that
for
you
sure.
were being fed.
Yeah. And I'm still being fed that. Like,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
36 and I'm single and there's no
Gentlemen,
child in my future.
gentlemen.
Say
Just so
your
you know.
address.
Not the address, but your likes.
Oh, I'm
and
not
dislikes.
interested.
Oh, right.
I'm not interested
Right,
in
she's
dating.
not interested in.
Yeah, in anyone. Anyone who's listening, I'm not interested. But what was that?
That was the submarine.
The submarine, yeah.
But I don't I actually
submerging.
had to go through this over the last couple of weeks. Like, I have friends who are getting pregnant, struggling to get pregnant, having the conversations about the age crisis of like, I have to have a baby before I'm 40 type thing. And I am like, I think I want a child at some point, but I've had to rearrange my perspective on my life because I'm not in that position.
Shift in focus.
Can I just say they're
Yeah.
very expensive? So expensive.
And
these
I can't
kids.
afford one right now.
No, I can't either.
I can't. That's partly why I'm not doing it.
But this could be
Partly.
like your birthday stuff. I hate birthdays, but most people hate birthdays because they're getting older. I don't hate birthdays because of that. I still can't figure out why I don't like them.
Well,
And
also
I'm not looking for anybody to tell me what they think I should be thinking or whatever. I can't figure that out.
going
And they
back to what
bother
Matt
me
said,
so greatly.
the
They bother
societal
me
thing.
so greatly.
You don't. I mean, maybe it's because everybody freaks out about birthdays in a positive way, and you're like, whatever. It's just another fucking day.
No, I something went wrong.
Oh,
Yeah, it was that birthday surprise party that your parents threw you.
That wasn't
That
great.
you walked out of.
I did. When I left. Yeah.
It was a trauma
forced.
that has never
That's just
left
one
you.
though. That was just
Well,
one.
it,
though.
it can all happen in one.
there's
Yes,
got to be
it
some
can.
ancestral trauma here.
Yes. No. It can.
It can-
And
it
it will.
can-
It's going to.
And all I'm
You
saying
just
is
wait.
like, look, you know, the neurodiversion,
Yes.
you know, probably
You had me.
you had me at
At
neuro.
Yes.
Um,
What a shirt is that?
No, I think that even the one incident would have such a great impact upon how you view this day. Everybody is out there saying, well, you said you didn't want an answer, so fuck you.
Oh.
Claire.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah, I
still
said you
here.
didn't want any answers to it. So I'm
But you're
gonna
not
give an
wrong,
answer.
man. The people that were invited to that party weren't even really friends of mine. They were just people to fill a room up because my parents felt like I needed
It was a
some kind of
representation of
interaction.
what they
but
thought
I
a
didn't
celebration
want
should
that,
look
and
like.
I didn't want any of that.
Yeah.
I wanted none of that.
Well, I think one of the
That
tricky
was
things
what
about
they thought
the
they
parenting
wanted.
thing is that they do what they think you want, but maybe they don't know you yet. You know, like one of the themes that I've heard in the past couple of years from some of my friends in recovery is that I was loved. I wasn't loved. What is the saying? Sorry,
Enough.
I'm thinking. I wasn't loved the way that I want to be loved. And having to figure out what that means is part of figuring out who you are.
And as you get older, does that change?
What works for you? Maybe what worked for you then. They didn't know. How are they going to know? They absolutely.
No, I don't buy it.
You don't buy it?
No, because
I do.
Because having
Why?
thrown a lot of birthdays for kids, it's not that hard.
No, but
No, it
but you
isn't-
need to understand. But you need to understand. I mean, okay. So first
Yes,
of all,
but,
it's
like,
not
that's
that
the
hard
point.
to figure out if your child or somebody wants a surprise party.
No, but like even
Why are the lights blinking? Who
Because-
did we summon?
the
No
Ghost of
one.
Christmas Past. No, that's the upstairs. Anytime they walk around,
I don't
where
think
the
it's
thing
them.
is, Yeah,
They're
I
over
heard that.
there.
I don't think that's true. Knowing what your kid is into, not overwhelming them, was not difficult if you're paying attention.
Well, where were you?
What do you mean? Where was I? I was a stay-at-home
For-
parent, so maybe.
Where were
that's
you
why.
for when I needed
Oh.
it?
I was being abandoned
Aw.
in Connecticut
Oh,
Bye,
well, great, wonderful.
by my.
Come to a
Well, you didn't get what
standstill.
you needed. Your dad, he left you.
I know, fucking jerk. Abandoned me.
Yeah.
So
You didn't. But I
hasn't fucking
some people are
celebrated a birthday with me in 25 years. Son of a bitch.
some people
Son
are
of a bitch.
easier to. I mean, maybe your kids are. I mean, as you're finding now.
I don't think so. I just think you have to be thoughtful. I think too many people are like, you both understand creativity doesn't always come in a flow state.
No.
Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. And when
If you're
it
lucky,
doesn't,
it does.
you have to have the discipline of working through something creatively. And that's what every birthday was for my kids for a long time. What were they into? How can we elaborate on that? We would shoot ideas back and forth. We honestly thought
don't
about
know.
even starting a business because
Northern.
we were so good at it, like listening to what the kids wanted and figuring out a way to make that all happen. So I think it can, but I think the greater thing that I've been dealing with my whole life, what I try to do in terms of how I celebrate the two of you and the few other people in my life that I care about, is I want you to feel seen.
Sorry.
You know?
The few other people.
I held it in too, but go ahead.
You
What?
do have children.
Well, are they people really?
Aren't that? Isn't that why we're doing this?
For them?
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
They know, but they're the exception to. I don't have to say that because they're the exception.
Which actually is a testament to exactly what you're saying. Is that you're doing this, you're caring for the future them by doing this podcast now.
I'm trying to.
Unless
Look,
they are like, ugh, let's put on Dad's old podcast again. And then eventually technology is so like,
we're gonna be holograms for them.
yeah, we're not even, they won't even be able to play this somehow.
No,
It's
all
like
of this they're
cassette
gonna put
tapes.
into an AI, and they're gonna recreate us. Yeah. That's the whole plan.
And say fuck.
What I was gonna say is though,
Or who touched the bidet?
I never scream that. I think I'm the only
That
one who
wasn't
uses the
screaming.
bidet.
That wasn't all caps.
Who touched the bidet, right?
The what? Say it again.
Who touched the bidet?
Talk about my best friend.
Oh my god! Okay.
The
anyway.
bidet or me?
When we're all dead, I wish we could
bidet?
still hang out.
I do. I hope when we're all dead, we get to hang out still.
No.
No,
No.
Grady's done with us in the next
No, I
life.
just have other people I need to see, and
Well,
I've moved it
fine.
twice already. I can't move it again.
Fine, whatever.
Okay, what about like once a
It's
month?
Is it what
Can
day?
you squeeze us in?
If it's Wednesday, no.
Why would we choose a Wednesday?
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Because
Sunday
a lot of
seems to be
people
our
like
day.
Wednesdays are like my off days.
At once I'm in heaven Sunday, I'll be in the choir, so
All
I'll
the
be
time.
singing.
You go to work, but you just don't. You don't put
No,
your mind
Wednesdays
to it?
are like the day that I try to not plan things.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I know you're at work.
Wow. So you
But
you're
imagine
like,
being at work,
"Oh, it's
but
not
like,
that.
I'm
It's
just
just
not putting
Wednesdays
any
are my
effort in."
free day. Okay.
No, I go to
well,
work Wednesdays, but it's Wednesday nights.
Wednesday
Wednesday nights I'm
nights.
typically.
I'll be at church supper.
Anyways, the thing that I'm trying to say is that when it comes to birthdays, you're hoping that the people closest to you see you. And I think that the trauma that you may have dealt with was for them to throw you a surprise party was the opposite of seeing you. And so it has put a cloud over this idea of celebrating that. You're like, I'd rather I'd rather have nothing than have the trauma of the opposite of being seen.
I hated my birthday.
awful.
They knew I hated my birthday, even doing that. This was probably a way to see how do we throw him a birthday party that he'll enjoy. And I was like, wow, you couldn't have picked I don't like this day.
Yeah.
I don't want to do anything on this day. I'm not interested. And even my father always says jokingly, but it's stuck. It's just another day. And he's always said that.
Well,
he's
not wrong.
And he's not
He is
wrong.
wrong.
And he's not wrong because he's got
But he
a
is wrong.
really dry sense of humor, and it's great.
Yeah.
But it's just another day.
But again, okay,
And he's right.
he is right, but he's also wrong
Yeah.
because it is what we make it. Like if we decide not to celebrate Claire
I've
on
had
the
a-
day that she was born, yeah, it
Then-
could just be another day. But we are choosing. We choose to make her feel like she's special. You know?
Yeah.
Like that's the choice that we're making because it's our friend, we care about her, and we want her to feel like this day isn't like every other day.
Yeah.
That's why we do it.
I've
You
had
know?
a couple of special birthdays that I remember.
I fucking cracked it. I celebrate your birthday whenever I want to.
Mm-hmm. Also, it's
You don't get cake, you know, and maybe that's a problem.
No, it's not. I don't want cake.
But like,
don't
I
need
celebrate
cake.
your birthday whenever I fucking want to, and so I cracked it. I'm fine with it because I see, and correct me if I'm
smiling.
wrong, right? Because I put joy on his face every time I get him something. What?
He's
Did you
now
just-
not. No, he's now not smiling.
Oh, well,
'cause
whatever.
I just
He
said
knows
that.
I'm right. He knows I'm right. I put joy on your face.
I know you're white.
Whatever.
Whatever.
Right.
He said.
Oh.
I thought he said
I'm
white.
aging. I can't hear.
I was thinking about how our whole lives are defined on or a year, right? Like are defined on that day, our birthday. Like when I think of August 1st, that day will never ever ever be a normal day for me. It's not July 13th.
Yep.
It's not April 2nd. It's August 1st. It is to me it's the most important day of my year. And
Most important day of my year.
That's really interesting. I don't know. Oh, good answer.
I think it's a great day.
Show me.
I like my birthday.
Number one
It's
on
a
the
good
board.
it's a good number.
And we have such a plan. We have put in such a plan. We have installed rules for
Yeah.
next year's celebration, and next year is going to be the even bestest.
Yeah,
August 1st.
Something's going to happen. It might not even be the actual day of my birthday. It might be we might do something. It'll be not huge, but it'll be fun and simple and celebratory.
I'm just saying it will be a celebration.
Okay, but Matt, remember, we've outdone ourselves.
No, we're fine with that.
Okay.
Did I play it okay this year?
Yeah. I just don't overdo anything. We're done overdoing it. Next year.
Well, first of all, don't tell me what to fucking do. And second
Well,
of all,
we agreed on this.
no, whatever. That's fine. That's fine.
You
know what?
outdid
I
it
don't-
last year. I
don't ex-
outdid it this year.
I don't expect it in reciprocation. I do what I want.
I
I do what I want, but I will respect your boundaries because you are the queen of boundaries, and I get that. All I'm saying is the rules that you have put into place, the awareness that you have put into place, is the thing that's going to make it even better.
Don't yell at her.
Not because I will yell as ever I want to. What is
as
It's
ever.
yelling.
I will yell as ever I want to her. No, she shall be yelled at now.
That's what I mean.
Aloysius.
Is that everything that you stated in terms of
Yeah.
awareness of your birthday is the thing that's going to make next year even better.
I know. We'll have
Not
to keep
anything that
reminding me
I
of
do
that.
about it.
Okay.
I'm just reminding you.
Okay,
But
got it,
now
got
I
it,
fucking
got it.
feel challenged, so
No.
I feel like I got my work cut out for me. It's not too early to start. It's still August.
Stop it. Your birthday next year is going to be real mellow.
Of course.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again. I love you, but
Grady's
I'm not doing
speech
that
still
again.
comes up on my Google Docs sometimes.
Does it really?
Yeah. I'm like, what's
I'm
this
sorry.
again?
Look, you're only
It's
supposed to
amazing.
get one funeral, and I think I'm getting
That's all
the
you're.
bonus.
That's all you're getting. I
Oh.
don't do. I don't. I,
So for the real one, we're just not doing anything. Just send me out to sea. How many arrows
when
do you...
was the last time you went out to sea?
I just in honor of the water. How many arrows do you think you would have to, flaming arrows would you have to shoot
28.
in order to hit my
28.
funeral raft?
28.
Okay,
28?
well, how many?
Only
because
5, but I
we're
want to
gonna-
keep going.
We're going to
Okay.
miss?
Yes,
No.
you're gonna
Yeah,
miss.
I'm not going to miss. I was a good archer.
You know what I would do? I'm not going to try to
I'm betting.
what's
All right,
it called when you
Legolas.
angle it? Like I'm not gonna shoot it up in
Legolas.
the air. I'm just gonna shoot it right at you.
You're gonna send so many flaming arrows into the water.
No, I'm gonna
stu-
aim
I'm
right
gonna
at your body.
I'm gonna stuff you like a turkey with gunpowder. So when you go out there, yeah.
I thought you guys said you weren't
And
doing
then,
anything.
and then
that, yeah.
we're gonna script it. And the minute you blow up, Claire's gonna go,
Not
again. That's right. Not again. And I want to see you snap in half like the fucking Titanic and spread 1.3 kilometers away. And then we'll study you 20 years later and we can get down there.
20.
Only 20.
Yeah.
20.
Yeah.
How about 120?
Oh, his
It's a long
bones are
time.
strong. He'll be down there. They're not deteriorating. No one will eat him either.
Is this episode as strange as our multiverse episode? Because
Nope.
it feels like we have gone everywhere.
Like the Road Rules episode where they had to go down and retrieve the puzzle pieces
From the
Go
Shark
down
Tank
and
at
retrieve
SeaWorld,
pieces of
which is
Matt's
canceled.
body
yeah, yeah.
together on land.
And if they don't get the puzzle, they got to start again. So we're now looping. We're time looping.
Yeah, they have to
Yeah.
do it on a relay.
For sure.
Okay.
I
This has
can't
been a
wait to explode.
Great chat.
Just
Well, you
got
can't wait
really-
to explode. Well,
can't
don't
wait.
worry. You're going to.
I know.
Stuff
I'm
you like a
excited.
turkey.
So
we got to
for
get the
Matt's
innards out and
birthday next
everything.
year, we're
Yeah.
I
gonna-
feel like every meal I stuff myself like a turkey.
Don't know
so
you.
anytime you want to shoot me, I'm ready.
For Matt's birthday next year, we're gonna make him stand there, and
Near
we're
a
all
flame?
going to shoot arrows at him around his body to miss. It'll be thrilling.
You guys think you're Hawkeye. You and your aim.
I'm about to say, no, we don't
we-
want to kill him.
No, we don't want to kill him. He's gonna stand there.
Have
we're
you
gonna
ever-
shoot around him.
Have you ever used a bow and
Yeah,
arrow?
Of course.
What do you mean, of course?
I have like years of archery at summer camp and all that
Oh,
jazz.
okay.
Yeah, I'm not that good, but I
Okay.
have a bow
Good
and arrow
enough.
experience.
I enjoyed archery.
I could use a brush up. All right, we're
So
going to
we're gonna go
archery
to-
for Matt's
we're
birthday
going to
next
archery.
year.
That is.
In
I'm gonna
February.
go retrieve arrows at the thing, and you guys are gonna shoot me. All right, so guys, what can I say? This was
I don't
an
know what's happening.
excellent episode. I made some inappropriate jokes for sure.
I definitely made some. I'm sure.
Claire,
I'm
did
not
you make
sure what
some?
they are.
Nope.
Claire's safe,
I just laughed like an egg. I mean, a chicken.
or what I like to call fish.
What do you
bones.
think chickens would think of that?
Your laughter on the computer looks like fish bones.
Oh, it does?
Yeah.
So there's in on the Cape in Cape Cod
is?
there was this restaurant we went to with this chicken that had like little the little eggs in it. Eggs that you open up and they have gifts like cute little stupid
Raisins.
Yeah, yeah.
to them. So not raisins. But when I was a kid, you put a quarter in there. Didn't you say raisins?
No.
She
Why-
called you
why
a
you just-
racist.
No, not raisins. Inside, you'd find. No, you were just. Yeah.
I thought he said raisins.
No.
Anyway, you put a quarter in and the chicken goes and an egg pops out. And so that's how I feel like my laugh has sounded today.
I'm not gonna argue.
You could just delete that whole bit at
No,
the end
no,
if you want.
it's all here. They all have to listen to it. My finger has been hovering over the stop sign, and you decided to tell us a chicken story, and so I had to hold.
Yeah, your finger's been hovering for a minute.
All right, so that's it. Any other chicken stories?
No, Grady, do you have any?
Chicken stories?
Well, any stories of Cape Cod, really?
The exploding chicken lady. That's all I
She
know.
exploded?
What?
Yeah, kids in the hall.
Oh, she did explode.
Because she would get so sexually excited, she would blow up.
Gotta get laid.
That
All right.
has to do with Cape Cod?
I guess so.
Yeah,
Canada.
well,
Cape Cod, Canada. God, should we even put this episode out?
I don't know. I think you should go sit on your duvet for a little bit and debate it.
Your duvet.
Debate and
All
debate
right.
I
it.
have to go.
Debate
Thank
and
you.
debate it.
Bye.
So that was it. That was our episode. I hope you enjoyed it. I think I took a couple of comic risks, but they paid off because these are my close friends, and sometimes you can get away with that stuff with your close friends. A really interesting conversation. Obviously, aging brings up a lot of negative things, but there are also a lot of positive things. I think we could probably have done another whole episode on this. And then, of course, once we tried to close out, we couldn't close out. So I leave all of that stuff in there for you because I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for listening to the Last Will podcast. If you like what you heard, please rate, review, and subscribe. You can get us at thelastwillpodcast.com. You can send us a message, and we will send you back a message with glee. So, till next time, onward, forward.